Hello and welcome to a brand new video, and welcome from beautiful sunny Spring, Netherlands, where I'm here today invited by Aston Martin to have a very first close look at the new Aston Martin Vantage. As you may know, normally I'm surrounded by Lamborghinis, but today I'm invited by the lovely people of Aston Martin to have a look at their brand new sports car, their new Vantage. Now, I don't have that much experience with Aston Martins yet. I've got to drive a couple of them previously, but not that much. But the new Aston Martin Vantage is definitely a car I'm very intrigued about, mainly because it looks very sporty, it's wider, it's more powerful, and it truly shows a new direction of Aston Martin that they started last year with the DB12 you see behind me here. Now, the brand new DB12 has a new fascia that really resembles the 177, the previous Vanquish, the James Bond Vanquish that I really loved. And I think it's a beautiful design language, but Aston is truly hammering down on their motorsport heritage that they're building currently with their Formula One team that's also very successful. Obviously, Formula One also being very close to my heart. So all in all the ingredients are there for a very good and very cool car. So let's head inside and have a look at this brand new Vantage. Obviously, before heading in, we can't just pass by these Aston Martin DB12s. We have a Volante here and a coupe over there. It's the first time for me actually having a closer look at these new GT or Super Tourers that Aston Martin says. They say that now with the 680 horsepower version of the twin turbo V8 that's under the beautiful bonnet of this car, it's way more than just a GT. It's actually a super tour, as they say, not just a grand tour, giving a much more sporty feel than the outgoing DB11, which it replaces. Now, especially from the rear, obviously it really resembles still that DB11 look, but it is wider at the rear. It's definitely wider at the front with that more aggressive grille. We can also see that here on this really gentleman James Bond style black coupe. But if we look here at the Volante, we can also have a look at the interior, the brand new Aston Martin interior with the full new integrated and bespoke satellite navigation system, HMI, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, everything is in there. It also has the Bowers & Wilkins audio system, which allegedly sounds amazing. I hope to get to experience that someday soon if we have an opportunity to drive it, but especially from the front. It really looks stunning. It had so much class, and it's really on another level than, your other, I don't know, maybe Mercedes SLs, the Bentley GTs. It just has this presence, and I really like this new direction that Aston Martin has gone into, with obviously now the Formula One heritage that they are building. On top of that, we also have a DBX 707. 707 horsepower in an SUV is really remarkable. But we are here to have a look at the new Vantage. So let's go inside. Here we go. Look at that. So this is the all new Aston Martin Vantage. And I gotta say, it looks amazing. Now, to be honest, I wasn't the biggest fan of the first generation Aston Vantage, or the previous of this one, not the first one. The first one was very cool with the 4.7 naturally aspirated V8, but this, the previous version to this one, I don't know, I never gelled with the way it looked. I got to drive the F1 edition, the version that they made for basically to resemble the Formula One safety car. That surprised me a lot in its driving dynamics. That was amazing. But I never really liked the wing and everything. But the way this thing looks with the added width, it's 13 mil wider, so 3 centimeters wider in the track. The haunches on this look just absolutely stunning. The proportions are so good right now. And on top of that, it made a jump from 510 horsepower to 665 horsepower out of that twin turbo 4-liter AMG V8. This is the way this car was supposed to be. Just look at that carbon fiber diffuser, the width, just the way these rear arches flow and curve basically all the way over there. It is absolutely spectacular. And also the front, it has a lot of, I don't know, 177, first generation Aston Martin Vantage, the James Bond Vantage, which is one of my all-time favorite Aston Martins. It just looks the business. Also from this angle, you can just see the width and the girth, and it's short, it's small, but it has stance and it has presence. I love the green Aston Martin calipers. You don't really see them here in this light, but they really knocked it out of the park. Now, one thing, or probably the main thing that Aston is focusing on with this car, and especially during this launch, is the new interior that we also saw on the DB12, which really brings this car back into 2024. So we have a full, I don't know if it's going to stop beeping at me. There we go. So we have a full new interior with the new design steering wheel. Some of the buttons we still know from Mercedes, but I love the fact that the buttons that you really want to have physical and you want to be able to touch and turn and push and click are actually there. Big starter button. I don't know if it's going to start up or fire it, but we have a brand new screen. I played with it a little bit before, and it's super fast and responsive in the way you want it to be. It's just such a nice place to be. And these are just small details, but things that I love. If you look in the rear view or the side, the wing mirrors, the bezels are so small. It looks like a smartphone with a very high resolution display that just has thin bezels, and it just gives you that luxury feel, that quality feel that you want from a car from this level. Aston Martin, in my opinion, is always, one of those sophisticated sports car brands, obviously James Bond. And this is really, really the level that they should be on. They lost it a little bit, in my opinion. DB11 was a little bit vanilla, in my opinion, a little bit meh. The V12 was good. Love the DBS Superleggera. That was a really cool car, but the interior outdated itself very, very quickly. That V12 was good, but this is the level that we want from Aston Martin, and they emphasize the link with Formula One and the motorsport that they're doing currently a lot, which in my opinion really hints also to this car, which also has the punchline thrill driven. Really shows that this car is all about that experience. And if you're in the market for a Ferrari Roma, maybe a Porsche 911 Turbo S, an AMG GT, I think you should definitely consider one of these, because it has so much more style, sophistication, 665 horsepower only to the rear wheels out of that twin turbo V8. I just hope that it all drives as good as it looks, because the ingredients are all here. So I really hope that I get the opportunity to get to drive it soon. I think maybe this summer. But I'm starting to become a big fan of Aston Martin. It's really, really cool. I love this car, and I love it way more even than the DB12. That DB12 outside looks beautiful, but that's really the Super Tour, even more sophisticated. I'm 33 years old. I need a little bit more sportiness in my life, and this definitely suits the part. I think I'd buy this over a Turbo S. I think I would. I just hope that that engine is exciting enough, sounding-wise, that V8, it's the AMG V8. We know it, we love it maybe, but I hope it sounds good enough. We'll have to drive it to see if that is indeed true. But walking away from this car when you park it, that's the car you want to walk away from and walk towards when you park it. The silver is called, I have to say it right, Illuminite silver, and it's really rich and gorgeous. And with the width now also, the rear works. I never was a big fan of the look of the rear of the Aston Vantage, but now it works with the quadruple exhausts. It has the width, the carbon diffuser, the stance, the 335, or is it 325 section? Yeah, it's 325, I believe, 325 section Michelin's here at the rear. The spacing is right, the stance is right. Just look at it. It's so, so beautiful, sporty, and elegant at the same time. I love it. I really love it. So that is it from this very first and quick sneak peek of the brand new Aston Martin Vantage. I hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for hopefully a driving video of this new Aston Martin sports car in the near future. But safe to say, I'm very impressed.